Aloha everyone, this is Leimomitv, and welcome to my Leimomitv series where I'm sharing amazing tips aligned to your soul. And really I have a very special guest, Delwyn Bell, who has actually transitioned to amazing life in business, doing it really what's in her genius. And I really am excited to bring her into this panel because of not only the fact that we're going to do this big launch of the new Rich Revolution, which honestly is what I'm super passionate about right now because really life is about the freedom that you get to create and what's on the other side of the painful experiences that you're going through right now. So I would like to introduce Dell, and she's actually a grandma. She has lots of grandbabies, and her husband was in FIFO, and she brought him home. And it's been such a journey since we've been doing this business together, high ticket affiliate marketing over the years. And I think it's been like 7 years or so, right, since we both started. So we have such a history, but we also had different collectives that went apart. And then over this next week, we're going to actually have beautiful Delwyn as well, sharing her journey. So I'm so excited to have you here. So share with us your story, what you came from before, what led you to really become more in alignment to your work that you're doing now and the big
Yep,
career change that happened. So I'd love to hear you.
it was huge. Hi, everyone. My name is Delwyn Bell, and I started this journey when I was turning actually 51. And it was a surprise move. My whole family, I was a young mum, so at 21, I decided to have a career in family daycare. So for 27 years, I looked after children, I taught children, and helped them get ready for school. So when I say it was a big jump, when I'm saying it like that, it's not really. It's just that I've gone from doing it the traditional way, and now I've jumped online. So where I was teaching young children, I am now teaching grown women and men how to do this for themselves. When I started this business, Leonie, I didn't even have a phone. I live in the outback of North Queensland here in Australia. I am originally from New Zealand. But when I jumped online, guys, this was totally like a new world to me. I didn't have a phone when I first started. I had a landline and answering machine, and I didn't own a laptop. I knew nothing about the techie world at all. It frustrated me, and I'd run a mile. So for me to jump onto the online space and learn this skill set, um, it was a big move for me, especially at my age. I just thought, who am I? Who's going to listen to an old girl like me? And it wasn't about other people at that time. It was about me. It was about me being coachable, me being up to the challenge of learning a new skill set. And guys, every time I did, it moved something inside of me, knowing that I was so capable of being able to do this business just like everyone else. It doesn't matter what you do with the tools that you learn, because in this space, you get to show up as yourself. You have that inner work, and as you learn this new thing and your confidence grows, your belief grows, and your belief is the most important thing here. We change, yeah, we evolve, and that will be through relationships, that will be through different experiences that you have in your life. But you know what? Remember what you have already survived. Yeah, like we've been through some challenges, and we thought at that time you wouldn't survive it, but we have. And the biggest challenge that I've had in this whole journey was I retired myself in 2023. I was so excited, right? Like this was my golden ticket to retirement. It's why I started this business. I loved the product. It's how I got introduced to this business. But what really caught my eye was the compensation plan, the numbers on that bit of sheet. And I just went, that was my light bulb moment. Like I could really leverage something really powerful here. My belief came from the people who had gone before me and what they had created in their world. You know, some people lived in their cars, couldn't even afford petrol, and now they're creating incredible, insane, dreamable income that they've leveraged just through their own stories and inspiring others to follow. So my biggest journey, like I was saying, guys, in 2023, yes, I did retire myself. But 2 weeks later, I got a phone call that knocked me off my feet. It also rocked my family. I was fit, and I have always stayed fit. I do everything naturally. I would rather go to a naturopath than a doctor. Yeah. I love being outdoors. I live in the outback. But I got a phone call that absolutely rocked my world. And I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer at 51. Sorry, at 54, I got diagnosed. It rocked my world. I had no symptoms. I had no warning signs. I felt amazing. And it took a long time for that to register. Now, during these times that I was going through chemo and radiation, I had the biggest months in this business. I thought people would go, well, who want to do business with me? Everyone will think I'm dying. But you know what? I turned that fear into my power to inspire other women to go and get their health checks done, showing them, even the women that did have cancer and men that had cancer, that this business model can give you the freedom and the flexibility to put yourself first, to concentrate on your health first. I didn't have to worry about a job. I didn't have to worry about a boss. I didn't have to worry about the guilt of looking after myself first. And I still created the income that I needed. And my business did not stop. I would rest and then I'd get up and mentor my team. Nothing stopped me. And this beautiful, humble community supported me along my journey. They never let me for one moment fall into a victim mindset. It was empowerment the whole way. But now I'm in remission, loving my life. I'm back in the gym, and not just through the income, but through our beautiful holistic products. I couldn't even imagine, and this is not a health claim at all. It was an element of my recovery because our doctors can give us the medicine. They can help us with a lot of things, but our recovery, our duty to our own bodies, that's on us. So my recovery process was just as important as my treatment. And I'm forever grateful for what Anagic has given this world, the water, the soap, the turmeric, the air, the Can. Like, it's just an incredible company. So this business to me, it is a lifeline, absolute lifeline. It's allowed me to retire. It's allowed me to really 10x my health. It's allowed me to really concentrate on what's important to me. And that's my future, is my grandbabies. When I look into their faces, that's my future. And it's bright, right? It's hope. And I'm going to make sure that they live a life on their terms. This is a digital era, I should say. And, you know, AI is here and it's not going anywhere. Yeah, you can go and research this yourself. Between 400 and 800 million jobs are going to be taken over by AI. This is not a luxury. This is a necessity now. This is the world we're coming into. This is the world my grandbabies are going to be in. So yes, I'm here to create an incredible legacy, and it's going to last well after I'm gone. Handing that baton over to my grandbabies is going to be an honor, because it's built on values and beliefs of our family, generations to come. And that's powerful, guys. Absolutely powerful. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing your story here. So when you found your like light, like obviously you were working with children and then you move into adults and families, like when you really found your genius and how you wanted to share your work into the world and that passion that came behind it, like what moved you to continue even at this age? Like, I mean, like most people are thinking like I should retire completely, right? And you, of course, retired from the traditional world, but like moving into something that was leverageable, that was automated, that like you have the community and all the support that you needed, right? Why is it now necessary for people to jump into this?
I look, when I'm teaching children, you're preparing them for what's coming. You're preparing them for school. It's like their first words, toilet training, learning math for the first time. This is no different. When I have a woman or man come into my business and they're learning skill sets for the first time, it's that same scenario. You get excited, you celebrate their wins. It's so empowering when you see a woman that's found her light again, that believes in herself again, when she's being told time and time again she's not good enough or you're not smart enough. And that's in itself is so empowering. Like, we're here for a higher purpose. We are here to share our gifts. Mine's empathy, mine's kindness, mine's I'm not keeping this. I'm to me, I'm coming from a disservice if I don't share this opportunity. So many families are struggling. If I was just to learn all this and just keep it to myself, that's such a disservice. I'm here to help, as you are here to help as well. Like it's such an incredible thing when you see a woman crying because of her own success and thinking she wasn't capable of. Now, at my age, yeah, it was super scary. Like reinventing yourself at nearly 51, it was like, oh my God, I'm a boring old country mom. Like, I live in the outback. Who's going to listen to me? But what about that mum who's 34 that is handling teenage children or a baby? I've been there and done that. Yeah, I can help her. So to me, it's like, yes, I may be 51, but with age comes wisdom, right? Like, we've been there, we've done that. Like, this is what I did when I was 34. This is what I did when I was a young mom. And you let them know that they're not alone. So we have a lot to give at our age, and it's an absolute privilege to grow old. Why hide that? If I had this business 10 years ago, that's 10 years I could have gone back on my life. I probably would be legacy right now, right? But it came into my life at the right time, because a lot of people hit that crossroad at 50, and they might not be where they want to be at 50. Retirement is that's a barrel we're looking down at 50. And I didn't want my retirement to be limited. I've worked since I was 14 and a half, and I didn't want to be limited by a pension or by my superannuation, because what happens when that money runs out? Then what? My hubby and I have got to go back to work in our early 70s like our parents? No, that's not on our cards. So coming into this business, we're leveraging something really super powerful, and it goes beyond us. It goes on to generations. That's the passive income. That's legacy. So age is just a number. Like, literally, I've got my light back. I might be 57, going on to 58 this year, but I feel like 35 in here. And those are the people who I attract as well, because my energy is different, right? Energetics, right? And when we are happy and we're passionate and we feel fulfilled, boom, there goes the energy out there. There's age is just a number, like to me, like it's like, bring it on. Like, I'm ready to dance my life away. Like, I just enjoy this journey. But it's seeing that light in other people, that it's exactly like when you see a child walk for the first time, or they've gone to the toilet the first time, or they've got that backpack ready to go to school. It's exactly the same feeling. It's a very proud moment.
I love that. It's so true that when we start anything new, it's like starting like a little baby, learning how to walk, learning how to crawl, learning how to speak up for what you need. And this business obviously allows people to start from the very, very beginning and then really thrive, which is like breaking through limitations, in their mindsets, and stepping into their genius, and really allowing themselves to really shine their light into the world. Because a lot of women, as they age, they tend to like hide themselves, right? Or like have these mindsets that are like blocking them from being out there. So what are some of the big mindset shifts that really helped you to shift at this time in your life, like that is so different than when it was when you were in your 30s?
Yeah, so it was when my son left, my last child left. I was such a full-time mum. I wrapped myself up in my motherhood. So when that time come that my children didn't need me like they did, like they still need you, but they need you in a different way. But I mean, I was full on. Like, I had sports day, I had community events, I was always up at the school. I was a very active mum. When that stops, it's like, what now? And it's the most scariest thing to remember who you used to be before you were a mum, before that world came in, those responsibilities. Because when it's done and you try to reconnect yourself, you don't even know who the woman is in that mirror. And that's what scared me the most. It was like, I can sit here and keep doing what I'm doing 110%. I could have. But I was losing myself really goddamn quickly. And I knew I was worth more. I knew I was better than that. My health was just going down the tube. I was eating fat food. I was drinking a lot as well because I wasn't happy. And I was wrapping myself up for the quick fix instead of working on the inside out, not waiting for someone to fix me, because it's no one's job to fix anyone. It's your job, right? No one can hear those little voices in your head but yourself. And I had to move past that. Doing the work on ourselves is the hardest work that you can do, because it's when you're changing, it's a grieving process, right? I'm so proud of the woman that wrote that first universal check. I'm so proud of her because she's a woman that said yes for us to be here. She's the one that gave me strength to fight my cancer. So it's not that I don't, I certainly have moved on from who I am, but I'm so grateful for her in the same token. I could have got lost in the world. Oh, I'm growing old. Yes, the wrinkles are coming. My children don't need me anymore. I could have sat in that energy, but why? I'm better than that. Just as everyone watching this, you are capable of so much more. We have another half a life to live, and I will always say it's a privilege to grow old. Don't waste it. We've grown now. It's time to enjoy life again, right? Like our children are grown. I get to enjoy my grandbabies, and I'm still fit. Health is a huge priority to me. Always has been, but it's next level now since I've been on the cancer journey. So yeah, that was it. We all come to that point, and I think that 50 mark, it's super important. Like where are you right now? And not just when you're 50, when you're 60, 70. I still class 70 as young. It's up to you. We all have choices. What are you prepared to do? It's a big world out there. So don't
Yeah.
lock yourself away. Get out there and enjoy it. You've earned it.
And the other thing I want to ask you as well is when you're like in your 40s, like around 40, 50s, like then your parents also had to go on their health journey to and helping them to transition or whatever needs to happen, right? A lot of people who are around me, they also have the same kind of situations where they have to care for either their loved one that is
Yeah.
older or that was younger. So how did you like be resilient during that times when it was really hard, or both generations were struggling, or vice versa for you?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, my parents were actually in New Zealand, and my mum got terribly sick through COVID, terribly sick. We had a moment to go home and visit my mum before they actually shut the borders to New Zealand. I didn't have the pleasure of going home and nursing my mum. My dad was elderly and he did that. And he showed us what was possible. Like he nursed my mum. My mum was 8 years older than my dad. So my mum passed away. It was 3 years Sunday, actually. She passed away and she was 95. But boy, oh boy, what a strong generation. Yeah. And they put that strength into us. With my mum and dad, thank God for technology, is FaceTime, is seeing their grandchildren. It's seeing us, right? When you see, like my dad is 90, and we are all going to New Zealand for his 90th. And it's hard, right? Because it's our generation that are losing parents. And it is really hard seeing this hard-working, independent man that worked till he was 78. And now he's very frail. Cooking a roast dinner was just he just loved it, cooking a roast dinner for the family. He can't do that anymore. And even though it breaks us inside, we still find ways to make him feel that he's still needed, he's still loved, he's still wanted. Because at the end of the day, it's love, right? Love circles everything that we do, every action, every thought, every word, everything. So as long as we show that to our elderly parents and to ourselves, like it's super powerful. So yeah, so I didn't have the pleasure of being there to nurse my mum, but we cheered her up. We're just with FaceTime, connecting in different ways, but listening to their stories. I remember asking my mum what was the best invention that she ever seen. And you know what she said? The sewing machine, because my mum was a dressmaker. Back in their day, it was hard. Ask your parents that. I said to Dad said it was a tractor for him because they used to plow fields after fields. And when the tractor came along, it made their job easier. And in today's world, this is what technology is doing for us. It's allowing us to live an easier life. You leverage that. We don't have to be working until our late 70s like our parents did. We have businesses getting done in a different way. And I know that generation, if they had what we had, holy dooly, right? They would have gone first for us. To be that generation, to go first for you, for your next generation, because it's powerful. We're just a small piece of this journey. We are all going to end up a picture in the frame, just like our parents, our great grandparents. I heard a great saying, none of us leave alive. So don't leave regrets, leave memories.
Oh, that we should end there. That's so beautiful. I love that. Wow. Thank you so much for spending the time to really share your wisdom. Like,
Thank
you are
you.
such a shining light for the older generation to see that really, like, your life can start even in your late 50s. Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter.
It's
You
a
can,
privilege. It's a privilege to get up every morning and see that sunrise. Why waste it?
yes.
Embrace it.
And what's really cool is, again, like AI, the beautiful technology, the real estate that we have in the online space is really where it's at.
Mm,
And our old generations before that, like having a piece of land was a big thing. Now, having a piece of this crypto AI space, like being able to share your personal brand and all of that, that is what is the new thing that will give
mm,
you the freedom is and the tools that's available to us that leverage in automations is actually the same thing, but it was for the older generation, but now it's this online space. So
mm.
making that transition, learning the skill sets, building your personal brand, showing up fully, authentically yourself, like that is what people want and need. And if you can help people make more money at the same time, have better health, like why not? This is the way I see it now. Like even though I help people with soul alignment, I see that this new generation really, really needs to know how to create their own wealth, create their own economy because the economy is collapsing. So we need
Mm,
to step up. We need to bring people with us and create a movement and a legacy that will move generations from then on, right? And it doesn't
mm.
matter how old you are. You can start at 18, right? Or you can start in your late 50s. It
I've
doesn't
got a
matter.
lady, I've got a lady that started, she's only been in World Hearts like for 3 weeks, 69. And when
Wow.
she was at home, she had to work her job. She was still working. Now starting this business, she can actually jump up into the truck and drive with her husband now because of this business. 69. I celebrate her. Like she's just amazing.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
it's
awesome. Thank you.
powerful.
Yeah, powerful. Even at any age, you can get this done. So it's so
Absolutely.
possible. All right. Thank you, everybody who's been here listening in. So we are having our next big, big leap. So if you want to jump in and listen to our next masterclass, Dell and I were in a big panel there. We're sharing our amazing tips, and really, really sharing our geniuses. So this is the best time to join in the business now and have big mentorship opportunities. So be sure that you listen to all the actual videos that are a part of the discovery process and jump into the platform and we can get you started into the next mentorship. So thank you guys. All have a beautiful day.
Thank you so
Aloha.
much. See ya.